Hello and welcome to Cage Cat, and today we're playing a Roblox game that I've never played in this channel before called Kinalite Kingdom. Now, if you don't know what Kinalite Kingdom is, imagine it's just like Lumen Legacy or any other Pokemon-like game. You go around, catch Pokemon and stuff. I'll explain more of the differences in detail, but as for now, because there's no problem with that, go back to my boxes. Here's my boxes of stuff. Those are the only ones that actually have stuff in them. But yeah. Wait, I'm gonna start and go to box 2. So stuff just piles in the box 2, because that's the box I'm actually dumping stuff into right now. Now you may be asking, actually I'm gonna show you my part. Actually, this is the deck, so there's actually 13 Kinalites in the game for the demo, which I'll explain what I mean later. But I have, I have a team of 6 Kinalites, so I'll explain what's I mean by demo. This is actually the demo for the game. What I mean by demo is this is actually kind of like, the game isn't like a state that you could like play it right now. You have a state where you can like play it, but no stories in the game. And so while they're developing the story, they release this demo. So what the demo is, you basically have that island and then you're surrounded by this little bit of ground, which, it's like 2 layers of these yellow roads and then stuff in between them. But basically what they did is last October, which is when I was trying to actually originally recording, to which I have some Halloween and Christmas and some of the stuff, they did release the demo in October. Like, I played within the first 10 minutes of the demo, kind of like how I played within the first hour of Lumion Legacy actually coming out, but I've brought that up I think a few times because my starter is from the release day of the game. But yeah, here's the cool thing, when you're battling, you can actually walk around. But there is a limit, there's some point you can go. Actually, I'll show you the limit now, but like, when I back up, there'll be a visible red wall will just show up like that. But it kind of makes the video look ugly, but this takes a little bit to disappear, but like, yeah, that's the thing. But basically, what they did is they released a demo in October with some Halloween variant exclusive reskins. But the reason why they released a demo because they wanted to help maybe start funding the game for like when they fully release it. I think, I'm not sure. There's a trainer I could battle in a second, but like, they released a demo all the way back in October, and now it's like July now when I'm recording this, middle of July. You may be asking, I think they released a demo honestly to help fund the game, development, and get interest in it. Yeah, there's just chests which are fun. They released the demo in October, and they've done a few events in the demo. But from what I can gather from the description of the game and what I've heard from other players and stuff like that, what they're doing with this game is it's gonna be heavily based on Pokemon Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon. Like, you're doing these island challenges and stuff. So that's what the game's gonna be kind of based off of for gameplay once they actually have a story to it. Hey look, this thing I have, but it's not the event variant. But you get what I mean, right? It's basically gonna be the Sun, Moon, Ultra Sun, Ultra Moon kind of creature catcher on Roblox. Which reminds me, I should probably go with the creature catcher genre on Roblox, but it started with 2 games. Started with Pokemon. I wasn't into these games at the time, but it was Pokemon Brick Bronze and Project Pokemon. But then, like, because Nintendo shut down Pokemon Brick Bronze, like, when I was even starting to get into Roblox, like, that was really early. I mean, I've been playing since 2016, that was eons ago. And I was playing, it got shut down after I started playing, like, it's just such an old game, like, the builds are so bad in Pokemon Brick Bronze, like, they're nostalgic, but also kind of bad. But yeah, Pokemon Bronze and Special Pokemon were like just Pokemon League fan games in Roblox. They got shut down by Nintendo, and then basically those games were not. They died. At least Brick Bronze was shut down. I'm not sure about Project Pokemon, but the devs eventually made new games, which are basically just Pokemon-like games, but they're not using Pokemon, which. Pokemon Brick Bronze made Lumion Legacy, which I've played on the channel before, and Project Pokemon became Doodle World. I don't really like Doodle World that much. It's not that I hate players that play it, it's just I generally just don't like the gameplay of it. It's probably the art style specifically that makes me mad, and the PowerPoint usage. I prefer energy more. But I would prefer a 3D model game as compared to a 2D model, and I prefer the energy system over the PowerPoint system. But I've heard a lot of good things about PvP in that game, so, you know, yeah, you kind of get what I mean, right? I've heard a lot of good things about PvP, so it's like, I've tried it, I just don't like it that much. It's not that I don't like the game, it's not that like I hate the game, it's just I just don't enjoy the gameplay. It's just something that, yeah. As compared to, but then this game has this demo. It's not fully out. Like I said, this is just a demo place to play. I'll link it in the description most likely because I do that most Roblox games I play. I'll just link them in the description, just to credit them and stuff, so you guys can find them. That's what I do most of my Roblox videos. Since I think it's like 6 seasons, 6 or 7 on my channel. It's been on for the last 50 videos when I linked the game. It's been a thing for at least 50 videos on my channel. If I'm playing on Roblox, I send a link to the game in the description. But yeah, but then after, you know, but then I know there are creature catchers I know are coming out. Like you have Tales of Tenoria, which is coming out like with story, like sometime this summer. It was supposed to be some spring, but they decided to push it back to summer to get more players on the game earlier, to make it blow up faster. Then you have, what's the other ones? You have, Says for Tales of Tenoria, which is coming out soon. You have, you have Fairlight World, which is, that's coming out soon. Fairlight has some, it's gonna be an energy-based doubles game. It's gonna be focused a lot on strategy, apparently. Well, it's not a creature catcher that's coming out. Apparently, the creature's gonna be super, like, expressive, apparently, from what I've heard. But yeah, that's also coming out. But yeah, I don't know. There's also another one I know is kind of design-wise, based on X and Y, but I don't know its name. But I know that's coming out, and they have a bunch of designs that they've been showing, but I don't know the name of it. But like, I just want to mention that I know there's another one, and I forgot the name of it. But yeah, there's a long list of upcoming ones. Like you have the full release of this game, you have Tales of Tenoria, you have Fairlight, you have the other one I mentioned. You also have Blooming Legacy is actually, hopefully getting a Land Theme Part 2 at the end of the summer. She only have a month left to do that by. You have Doodle World, which apparently might be, I think it's starting like the 4th or 5th year or something soon. I don't guess I'm not the Doodle World speed, and this game I haven't played for like since November/December of last year. So it's been a while of 2022, so it's been a while since I've played this game, because it's 2023 as of recording. But I'm interested to see what this game goes like, because this has some mechanics I honestly think are really unique. Like, actually, I'm about to try to show that. It's like, this guy's gonna be really easy to beat, because he's a lower level. Yeah, basically, what's special about, this game's like you can move around in battles, which is super cool. And so I think the coolest part is, the creatures are in the overworld, now they transition into battles. It's probably the best done on Roblox. I'm not gonna lie. And I also like how energy works in this game compared to Lumion Legacy, because like in Lumion Legacy you just don't get any energy. You have to use waste your turn to get energy. Well, in this game you have to. Well, you get a little bit back at the end of every turn, but it's not enough to like. It's not enough to like just like use tons of moves and have enough energy. You will run out. But it's enough that helps new players out, because Lumion Legacy up until the first gym, you basically struggle with energy, but then after that it's not much of a problem. And this makes it so like, even though a little bit of energy coming back won't be enough to really help you in PvP. but it's enough to help a newer player out in the beginning of the game, and makes sense when you're hunting, you know. Throwing a lot of throwing a lot of capture devices at creatures. It reminds me, capture devices from these creature games. Of course, Lumion Legacy uses the capture discs, are the first bees. All these capsules are like the little things you find at Walmarts or like other gas stations or like arcades, or like the little capsule toy things. Tales of Sonoria is going to be using barrels. In this game, it uses like literal magic scrolls, so it's like kind of like a magical vibe to it, which is an interesting idea for a game like this. You know, I like the idea of the game having, you know, more of a magic, feeling more on the magical side of things. I think with a capture device, with a magic scroll, I think that's a really cool idea. But yeah. Anyway, I think this game has a lot of potential. Like, when I say game has a lot of potential, I mean, of course, it can ruin its potential after a while, but usually new games like this, where they don't fully know the direction that the game's gonna go in, there's a lot of cool ways the game could go in. Like, this game that, like, has, since all we really know is 13 creatures, and this tutorial area, which is gonna get removed when the story gets added, there's so much potential, especially with the cool combat mechanics I really like. So, I mean, the potential ways I can see it going is we're going to do the island challenge route, so it could be completely open world, with maybe limiting newer players based off of what islands they can get to. You know, I can see that, and that'd be really cool. I could also, you know, this game has so much potential. Because it's so new, like Evolution when that first came out had tons of potential, but now it has none. Because the devs have just stopped working on it, and it's kind of sad. But yeah, you know, devs thought in this game, because it's just such an early release, has more potential than an older game. Well, kind of knows what the update schedule is going to be like. Lumion Legacy is struggling with potential right now because it still has some potential, but most of the devs have lost that potential by just being taking forever to release destroy updates, just constantly releasing events. To the point where it's like, you know, we're probably never gonna get destroy done. You go what I mean, right? Because like Lumion Legacy is just like, I'm getting sick of just like constant story updates, and that's the only thing Lumion has been giving us. Oh, another thing I do want to mention about this game's like demo specifically is that it's, well, you know, it's a demo, but like the level cap's level 10, and this is actually the type chart for the game if you guys were wondering. That's the type chart, and it also shows all the types. So the plant type clone, the ground type clone, the water type clone, the fire type clone, the metal type clone, the flying type clone, the poison type clone, the ice type clone, the fighting type clone, the electric type clone, the dark type clone. Light is a new type compared to Pokemon, but a lot of creatures in Roblox have light type, like Doodle and Lumion both have it. Spirit is Ghost, which, you know, Lumion has actually used that name as well, but a lot of games have Ghost type, not every. Cosmic is new. Balance is, you know, typeless. Insect is Bug. Mystic, I think, is actually going to be a psychic type of the game, but I'm not sure there's no mystic type moves or creatures in the game right now. And sound is like, well, you know, sound type. It's not in Pokemon, but it's a new idea. But I've heard it a lot in Pokemon, the game community, they use sound types a lot, so sound type isn't that new. But yeah, sound type isn't like a new idea, but you know, the game actually does have a day and night cycle if you didn't realize. It's just really long. But yeah, I'm like, you know, this game is pretty interesting. I like it a lot. It just, you know, has a lot of potential, so I want to cover it before maybe they, you know, I'm not in any like their social media servers like Discord, so like I don't know much about the development of this game. So this is like coming in from like a guy who's been playing the demo when it first came out, and then played it again recently, and then hasn't like joined their Discord. Like I still haven't joined Lumion Legacy's Discord, but this game has so much potential. Like I said, I'm not on their Discord, so anything I say you know, about potential might be completely different. Like they might have scrapped it, and I didn't even know. You know, but I don't really know the dev team, so like, when I like Pixel Gun Tower Defense, like, I know, like, a lot of the devs. Always Revolution of 80, or Tower Galactica, you know, I know a lot of the devs of those games. But yeah, I want to show you one other cool thing about this game before I wrap up my video. But like, you know, well, let's see. Actually, there's something else I want to talk about in this video, but like, look, you know, this is actually a Halloween variant of the Lobud, but you're gonna add these little like, customizations, like, the wisps aren't like tied to being gamma. So actually, before I wrap up the video, I'm gonna talk about a really weird idea. You know, but what if multiple creature catchers were to combine on Roblox? Like you had Lumion, Doodle, this game, Kinalite, which is Kinalite. You have Tales of Sonoria, and then what else is there? All the other upcoming ones I don't feel like naming. As well as maybe other games, like there's other games with some of the creature catchers, like I forgot what it's called, but like you play as I forgot what it's called, but there's like another creature, not creature catcher, but you play as creatures. But it's basically play with the movesets like Pokemon. I mean, that's a really cool idea for a game. But yeah. But I have a weird idea for a future Pokemon-like game on Roblox. The idea is all these games get together and make one big game. Combine their creature pool and their development team, and of course this is very unlikely, so but I might make this as its own video, but basically by combining all their games, I can combine all their concepts. You know, Lumion has at least I think it has over 200 Lumions at this point. I don't fully remember, but I think there's at least 200. There might be, you know, there's a lot in Lumion, and Doodle is planning to have at least 500. Lumion's probably gonna have like 300 at finish. No, with other creature characters, this is like 13. They'll probably when the full release comes out, we'll have a bunch more. You know, but like, you know, and then Tales of Sonoria will also have a bunch in it, so it's like you're probably ready to get to the amount Pokemon has by just combining these games amount and adding like 100 or 200 new ones in. They kind of fill out the deck, you know, they'll have like some new ones for this new game, you know. But like, it'll be a really cool game idea. Like, you could have like, so you have a bunch of creatures, you have to choose how to do like PP or energy for combat. I would do energy because I like that more. You know, PP stands for power points. It's a thing in Pokemon where you use a move, you have a certain amount of times you can use it are power points. When you run out of power points for a move, you can't use it again, and it's really annoying. Well, and if you run out of power points on all your moves, you just start flailing. Well, in this game, you have like, you have energy in other games, like you use energy cost per move, you use a certain amount of energy for your moves, and then if you run out of energy, you can use a special, instead of using a move, you can just wait to get energy. And I prefer that system more of energy, you know. I like how this game does energy a lot. It's better than how Lumion does energy. I like how the environments, how they work for transition between like the overworld and the battles, because they're the same thing, some of them being like separate. Like what Lumion has done. And I think Lumion's been moving towards this kind of method. But like, you know, of course all the creatures will be modeled. I think they'll update the models for a bunch of them. Well, they combine a bunch of creature catchers. A weird thing is they can choose to do this or not. But while transferring up from the old previous games that were combined into the big one. Like I could maybe put all Leo and Lumions to do the Kinalites into one game. I guess the Doodles as well, because I don't play that much. Like, all of them in the one game, and then have them, like, you know, even including, like, special variants, like, all the creatures would be here, so the way you get some ones that wouldn't be, like, attainable at a time, you know, like, it wouldn't be attainable at launch, like, to catch, like, say, Festival, you might have to wait until Christmas for them to actually add that from Lumion in, or if they can try to transfer, it could be in the game at launch, but only, like, it is from trading up. I don't know how that would fully work, but I think that would be kind of cool. But I want to idea, you know, of course you have the routes and like we'll be more open world and like mega routes as like Fairlight ad. I think those would all be cool ideas and just kind of taking the best ideas from each of these games, or at least the ones that would work, and then smashing them all into one game. But then on top of all those good ideas, you could also like all the special variants that could be brought up. And like, you also, it's a weird idea I had for a game like this, like before I wrap up. It would be like, basically be like, this, you know, custom route, like pulling limit runs to a custom like, hotel room you could have. Or this game would do even better by having a custom route where like, the route, you can't actually get a duplicate of a creature by having one already, like, and Pokemon that's breeding and like, you know, Lumion that's Rally Ranch and Dual, I think it's the printer now. Well, you can have kind of like a route, kind of like a mix between Rally and breeding, or printing, where you put a few things that you want to like get duplicates of on your custom route, and then they start appearing in the wild on your custom route. Of course, like things like Glowbot, like the one I have following me, that's an event variant, so you only like get the normal variant of it. That's the event reskin, so you get the normal reskin of it. Oh, is the Rally. This one, or like, you know, like the Doodle. Oh, like the equivalent is like in. That would be like a way to stop getting weird ones. But like, even like things like maybe variants, like variant Kabunga, might be able to be obtained because it has different evolution. But this could be used for like a bunch of, you know, event reskins or ones that just haven't appeared in a new game, in the current game. I don't know, this will be its whole video probably, but yeah. This is the end of the video. Remember to like and subscribe to Cat on YouTube. And tell me in the comments below if you would like to see maybe a video talking about, like, you know, combining all these games. And peace.